today we are here with the award-winning MC Barber.
Hey everybody, here I have a Pompadour on Asian hair. Most of my barbers get very nervous when they see Asian hair because it's pokey and straight. So I decided to do a haircut on that today. I personally believe this is one of the easiest hairs to cut. It sticks straight out, so it is easy to get to it. So first thing I did in all this hair that we see here, I create a part because he wants to have a part, and I know that's where it's going to stay. I style his hair, comb his hair in the style that he wants. As usually I use my signature technique, which is 1.5 to create a foundation for my hairstyle, and in the same time I remove the bulk. Whether the client has a lot of hair or very short hair that you don't have to remove much whatsoever, it doesn't really make any difference, as you can see here. This haircut, by the way, is going to be undercut on both sides. So as you can see, it doesn't really make any difference whether his hair was 5 inches long or 2 inches long. It would make no difference. For me, it would be the same. It would take me literally a few minutes to cut his hair. Now here, this technique actually seems very simple. It's just 1.5. What difference does it make? But when I train people, and especially when I train my barbers so I can see them over the longer period of time and see how they progress with this technique, or when I see them at the first time, it really makes huge difference because there is some freehanding there, and also the shape of the hair makes huge difference. The shape of the head makes huge difference. So this actually technique seems like extremely simple, but it's not as simple as you might think. For example, if the person has a round shaped head, you have to make sure that you do not keep it round. You want to create square shape, so you should know how you should execute this technique, or any other shape. So hopefully when I do my videos on how to properly use the clippers and how to use how to fade with clippers and so on and so forth, I will explain that technique in details. My next step here is to do shape up. We're gonna start our fade from. We're gonna start a taper here from 0. This gentleman is not getting haircut very close to the skin, so we're gonna keep 1.5 for the most part, but we're gonna taper the back. I'm using my edgers. My edgers are gapped at 0, and now I'm using my fading clippers or finishing clippers, however you like to call them. And I don't know why would people ever be nervous of fading Asian hair. Look, it really is simple. The hair is sticking out. It's kind of pokey. Literally, this part will not take me more than a couple of minutes at best to do a low taper. As you can see, it's very simple. So I actually enjoy cutting Asian people's hair. Here at sideburns, I will keep it actually long. I won't go down to the skin, but I will taper a little bit. I always like to taper the sideburns, even if they are keeping them all the way down, always down to 1 or half, because they grow out fast and they kind of start annoying the client very fast. Now this is the trick with the Asian hair, because it's so coarse and pokey. If you want to create a kind of slick look or a texture look and not spiky look, you don't want to cut it too short. You want to keep it longer. Uh, Also, I'm not really in this particular haircut, as you can see. I'm removing the link, but I'm not really texturizing it deep right now. I want to see how the hair reacts first. So right now I'm cutting almost blunt cutting, but I'm creating some texture all the way at the end of the hair, not inside the hair. And then I'll go back and look at his hair and I'll decide if I want to create texture inside of his hair. Now that will also be, I'll determine that on the texture, the type of texture the person in general has, how the hair reacts when it's still slightly shorter, and what kind of style he wants as well. If he wants a sleek haircut in Asian type of hair, I think you want to leave it as heavier, so don't create too much texture inside of the hair. So the hair is heavier, it can weigh itself down. If you want to have like textury look, then you can go ahead and create a lot of texture inside. Then when you styles it, you know. But if you go too short, it will actually be more spiky than messy or texture look. Now I'll go with scissor over and look at if my cut was even. Usually it is pretty even. You might have a hair here or there that is slightly longer, and that's why you go back with scissors and kind of remove them. Here's some scissor over comb to connect with the top. This haircut looks very nice so far. I have to rush through this haircut sometimes because I actually do these haircuts during my working time. Uh, these are the clients that come for a haircut. And if they have a nice hair and long hair, I usually tell my assistant to get a camera and we have 20 minutes to make a video. So sometimes if they are not very detailed, I apologize. But we are doing our best to bring you our daily work. Here I'm doing a part and I'm cutting the part into it. Please leave a comment or suggestion if you have some. I'll be more than happy to respond to them. I do my best in responding to the comments. And hit a like if you like my work. It means a lot to us. We want to see what you guys think of our work. Don't forget to subscribe. We really appreciate it if you do subscribe to our channel. And we are very happy that we can actually benefit the barbers from around the world and inspire them to do what we do. I am from former Yugoslavia, from Montenegro, and I was actually excited to see that I even have people following my videos from even from Serbia and Slovenia. So I say hi to them. Here, since we're gonna make this slightly texture haircut, I'm putting some texture in his hair, but I'm going very light. Really, I'm not putting too much texture because I don't want his hair to actually spike. This gentleman has very thick hair, so this will be actually very good for him. And for the end, as usually, I always blow dry the hair, especially now in the winter. You don't want to leave your clients go outside in the cold weather with the wet hair. But besides that, you really want to separate yourself from everyone else. You don't want to be just an average barber. You want to be above the average barber. More than that, you want to be a men's hairstylist. Um, and I know for a fact that a lot of barbers today don't even know how to blow dry hair. Even when you go to show some educators, you see them, they don't even use a air concentrator or even a right brush for the style they are trying to create. So you want to learn how to properly blow dry and style hair, and really that will separate you from the rest of the competition around yourself and make you a unique men's hairstyling barber or stylist, as you like to call yourself. Here for finish, because his hair is heavy, I'm using cement clay by Layrai. It's a right product for him. It gives him the hold and slight texture to his hair. And really, I think this is a wonderful haircut. It really looks good on him. This gentleman has slightly round face with a kind of square cut on the top. It just complements him. It really looks good for him. I think this is a very nice haircut. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. mcbarber.com is my website. mcbarber.